Welcome everybody to this week's Dissecting Design. We are taking a look at Spelunky. Another really good example of an early indie game that really blew up. And also one of the first examples of a game featuring roguelike elements without being tied to RPG progression. RPG progression. This was designed by Derek Yu and is also one of the more popular games that have come out in a very long time. It also managed to be ported over to the consoles, as well as having a free PC version and this updated one available on Steam. Chances are, if you're watching this video right now, you have probably played Spelunky one or several dozen times. And we're going to go over tonight what made it stand out and why it's also a brilliant example of procedurally generated design. But let's get into the game and we'll talk more. Alright, welcome to the game proper. So, if this is your first time watching, Spelunky is a platformer. With the idea is we just have to get to the exit of each level without, of course, dying. And killing ourselves, like as you can see there. Now, aiding us are our items, including a whip, dropping rope, and bombs, which you can see my resources in the upper left. Now, for this dissecting design, I'm going to not play beyond this opening area. And the reason for that is I want to talk about what makes Spelunky so unique. And that is the procedurally generating design. We've talked about procedurally generation in previous videos, especially when we did a dissecting of the Binding of Isaac. And what it means simply is that the game itself will create each level from scratch based on a preset list of instructions or algorithms from the designer, which in this case was Derek Yu. If you go to Derek Yu's blog, or search for Spelunky that way, he made a very detailed post about the design that he wanted to have for the levels. Now, as keeping with the roguelike nature of the game, you run out of health and you are dead and you must restart. When you're playing the campaign mode, you can, if you're trying to go for just progress, start at later sections, but you won't get a better score from that. Like that. Now, the game itself has several different biomes or zones, and this basically determines the instructions that the engine will use when designing the levels. Thank you. Each zone has also a special thing if you want to go for the game's real ending, which is going to hell, which is the hardest area in the game. Let's see, take the compass. Don't want to piss him off, at least not yet. Now as we're going through, trying to be careful, as death can happen to you at any time. Speaking of which, what happens if I pick up this lovely idol? Oh. Oh. Well, that's not good. And yes, this is just one of the main examples of how things can get easily out of control in Spelunky. You can kill enemies by whipping, throwing objects at them, or simply Mario stomping them to death. Gotta be careful, we don't want to fall to our death or onto a lovely set of spikes. Come on, I'm trying to bait him out. For each run of Spelunky, there are upgrades that you can pick up which will enhance your little explorer here for the rest of the run. And expert level play is built around getting the items that you need, including jetpacks, a laser gun, and a whole lot more. If you take too long in a level, a ghost shows up that will kill you in one hit, but is also key to getting the best scores. Now, if I remember right, there should be 1 or 2 more zones, or areas in this one zone. Now, that one thing about my skin is crawling, that represents essentially one of the modifiers that can show up. Each zone has a specific modifier. This one is basically Spider Mania. Let's see. Oh no! The environment is completely destructible. There we go, we unlocked a new character. Oh. Oh, but she didn't make it. Again, this is why you always want to look down before you jump. And this game has a quite bit habit of letting things spiral out of control if you're not careful. One wrong hit could send you bouncing into spikes, or bouncing off a ledge that sends you right into lava, and then of course you're dead. Then we'll get baited by the trap. Now this key is very important, as it's used for some very special stuff in the next area. Ow. We use the key, I believe. It's been a very long time since I played Spelunky too. But we have to use the key to get a very specific idol. Oh, that's right. There's a chest here. Or the chest is in the next area. What will happen if we hit this? Oh. So we take the key. And it should be in this area, if I remember right. So another modifier, snakes. Again, the idea there is what we're looking for. The idea is the modifiers can appear at any given time. Now, can I get that treasure chest? The boxes are good. We are looking for a specific treasure chest, though. Hope I hear someone. Yes. Let's see, can we just drop this down? Nice. That guy needs to be rescued. Ow. Got our own little machete. You can also pick up and throw items as needed. No. I think we're in big trouble. We are in the snake pit. And the bad news is I'm not sure how we're going to get out. Now, I know you're probably thinking, why don't we just blow our way open to the store there? But there's a problem. And that's it. Now the shotgun that he's using is really good, and again, high-end play is getting your hands on it. However, getting it is another matter entirely. Oh, we got a good hit. Die. We got climbing gloves, we have a shotgun, we've got the Mario-style cape. That help me get up? Oh, I think that may just prevent me from getting stuck. But from now on, until we beat this game, those guys will show up at the end of every floor to cause us nothing but trouble. Now, this is the transition to the second zone of the game, the jungle, with even more dangerous traps like that. But with that said, let's restart and we'll talk a little bit more about the procedurally generated design. Alright, we are back once again. As we're still in the mines, you can take note of just how much the level design really varies with each generation. And this is one of the high marks of Spelunky. Because this is platformer based, it is designed around the player's skill and understanding of the controls, which are very much tested by having to maneuver around these levels. The algorithm itself is designed to create a level that is beatable, meaning that I'm never going to be required to use bombs or my rope to win. However, in order to get everything, or to get all the really good stuff, I do need to make use of those items. Just send her over there. She'll be fine. Like right here. As we said previously, each zone in Spelunky has its own set of instructions. So you will not find the same events in the mines area that you would in the jungle, and vice versa. This helps to differentiate the zones and provide a very clear set of instructions for the engine in terms of design. Now we'll see if we can find anything interesting. Again, a normal play of Spelunky, if you're good enough at the game, you can get through pretty much on your own skill. But if you're trying to go for the bonuses and all the other crazy stuff that involve, you are going to need those items. Oh, usually it will also involve a lot of bombs and ropes. Or a jetpack. That solves most of life's problems as well. Now there's our key. Again, these little chests just give us money. But the real goal is to get to what this key unlocks. Can I fall down there safely? Yes, I can. And would you look at that? We have our marker, or our magic compass. Again, there's the shop. This marker is used for the second zone where we're at in the jungle. Let's see. Oh, don't want to get by that. Which lets us discover the secret area, or the shop haven, which then is step 2 in an even greater process, all designed to get your hands on the ultimate area. Now, how are we going to do this? And yes, that arrow can bounce back and kill you. Can I actually see what that does? It shows all the items. So this basically lets us throw exactly in the cardinal direction, making it easier to aim. Oh! How dare you hit me? Now, one of the reasons why you want to kill these spiders, despite how annoying they are, wait for it, is for this stuff. How can I get to it? Uh-oh. This makes my bombs, or turns them into sticky bombs. Oh, now I remember what the spiked gloves do. They also, or the spiked boots, they also make your jumps do more damage. Look at this cute little pug. We'll try and save him. Or use him as bait. Either way. Now, how are we going to get down here? Oh no. There's the sticky bomb. And the sticky bomb is also very useful against the shopkeepers, because if you can just land on them, you'll get the kill. Get away from evil spiders. Alright. He should go into that little hole. We got parachute. And what we'll do on this run is specifically go to the second area so I can show you what that means. Oh. As you can see, another... Uh-oh. What's happening? I'm not sure what just happened, but I think we just pissed off the shopkeeper unknowingly. Oh. Let's see, what do we have down there? And those things will get crazy. Now normally this kind of dark area... Oh! What the hell happened? I wonder where his gun went to. Ah, he's down there. Oh, he must have fell down and got killed on the spikes? Sometimes you just never know what's going to happen. You can walk past those spikes, but if you land on them, you're in bad trouble. And yes, if you notice, the shotgun does bounce me back. All we need now is a jetpack and we are golden. So, this is where I wanted to show off. First off, take note of all the differences now. Die, monkey. Everything must die. And those plants will kill you in one shot. Won't get hit by the piranha. Alright, we gotta sneak down there and go for a stealth kill. But watch the marker up there and you'll see what I mean. Should be on either this area or in the second one. Oop. Braced myself there. Don't worry. Boom. And again, the level design is one of the most celebrated parts of this game. Because you just never know what you're going to get in terms of the environment and what you need to do. Uh-oh. Alright. I think it should be in this area. It sometimes is random. But you do have to explore enough. Whoa. Again, this is why having a shotgun makes life a lot easier. It's a whole lot nicer than having a whip. Bam. And yes, you can blow up the gems inside the rock to get that. Oh no, here we go again. Oh. If you're not used to those things, they can kill you very easily. Uh-oh. I think he fell into the water. We also may just be getting unlucky as well. Oh yes, we are very unlucky here. And you're about to see why. Oh no! Get away from me! Oh! I think I'm dead there. Alright. I think we'll restart one more time and talk a little bit more about some of the downsides of Spelunky. Which there aren't a lot to this game, which is a testament to how great it is. But see you all in a second. Alright. So, Spelunky, like I said, is a very celebrated game. Not only for having some very tight game design controls, but again being a really good example of just how much procedurally generated design can elevate a game. But it does have a few sticking points for some people. The first has to be the difficulty. Like a roguelike by its nature, this can be a hard game. And sometimes getting killed is just up to chance rather than skill. One bad spawn, one unlucky hit, and a perfectly winnable run can go down a hill very quickly. A lot of the hidden areas of Spelunky, or the hidden rewards, are very much left to the player to discover without any real hints or solutions. Getting to hell, for instance, requires a set of events that, unless you really knew the game or looked it up, you would probably never find out. And also, please note, for those of you who've been watching, or obviously as you've been watching this whole video, we've been keeping to the mines area. And even though the level design is still very much different, you're still doing the same thing no matter what happens. Oh, perfect, we got a jetpack. And it really comes down to what items you find that will essentially determine what your run will be. But again, we're going to be doing the same thing in and out here. Let's see, can we avoid that? Like I said, if for instance the key and the chest were spawned on this floor, we would be in some deep trouble trying to find it all. There's our friend here again. But still, this is one of those games that you should really study if you want to see the merits of procedurally generated gameplay. And just like the Binding of Isaac, it really helps in terms of the variety. Although I think Binding of Isaac may stay in a little bit more in terms of unlocks. Spelunky is very much a what you see is what you get kind of game. Once you play one round or one run, that's basically how everything is going to go. There are no new items that will unlock, no new events or modifiers. And it is kind of a shame, because a game like this I think could have really been elevated even more. But that certainly doesn't detract from how great Spelunky is to begin with. Now, I know that Derek has been working on another game since finishing up Spelunky, but I don't have any knowledge off the top of my head about what that is. But in terms of the legacy of Spelunky, again, this is one of the most celebrated indie games. And it made, just like Cave Story, it made the jump to the consoles. For those of you watching this, what are your thoughts on Spelunky, especially for those of you who have either been in the game or have never managed to see our very exciting ending? Oh, jeez. There we go. No! No! Like I said, oh, we just got bounced around there. But I think a death like that is certainly well enough to end our little talk on. At my peak, I was able to beat Hell in Spelunky, which took, oh jeez, I think it was like less than 100 runs, but more than 50, if I remember right. I wonder, does it actually save it here? No, you obviously can't see that. But that will do it for our Dissecting Design this week. So, with that said, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed things, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Check back Mondays for our usual Dissecting Design, and daily for more discussions on game design here on GameWisdom.com, where we examine the art and science of games. If you have a suggestion for a future Dissecting Design, please let me know. But otherwise, thanks for watching this. Hope you guys enjoyed Spelunky, and I will talk to you again next time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and come back around 10 Eastern for regular streaming. For a collection of my writings as well as weekly podcasts on game development, be sure to check out game-wisdom.com. Follow me on Twitter at GWBycer for updates throughout the day. And to help support everything that I do, you can find me on Patreon under GWBycer or Game Wisdom. Your donations can help to keep things running, and when we hit some goals, it will mean more content for everyone to enjoy. So, thanks again for watching, and be sure to come back for daily discussions on game design on the Game Wisdom channel.